Yesterday, we spent time studying the art piece and sculpture of Nike or Victoria. And studying art and how it is organized is another way for us to understand our world. Works of art can help us see what is important to people in the past, and studying stories from long ago can also help us learn what was important to people in the past. And that's what we'll be doing today. We're going to answer the organized question. What is happening in the play Glooskabe and Old Man Winter? And today's lesson will be an opportunity to read the first play in the book Pushing Up the Sky that we examined last week. You're going to record some information to help you better understand it as well. And this lesson will build into your knowledge about Native American tales as well as dramas, which are also known as plays. So I'm going to read to you from Pushing Up the Sky, and you will notice if you scroll down that there is an introduction page. It's page 11. I'm going to read that page to you, and I would like you to follow along as I read it aloud. Glooskabe and Old Man Winter, Abenaki. The homeland of the Abenaki people is the area now known as northern New England, where the winters can be very cold. The Abenakis lived in small villages near the rivers, which were their highways. Their birch bark covered homes were called wigwams and were shaped like domes or large cones. Their seasonal round of life would find them fishing at the rivers or the seashore in the spring and summer, and hunting for deer, moose, and caribou in the woods in autumn and winter. Their fields of corn, beans, squash, and other plants were grown in the river valleys and at the edges of the big lakes. Today, many Abenaki people still live in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and Abenaki children still love to hear stories of Glooskabe's clever tricks. So, before we go on, I would like to point out a few things about this introduction. An introduction provides us with a lot of information. As a matter of fact, in this case, it tells the story and tells us a little bit about the Native American group that told this story, and their name is Abenaki, and that they lived in northern New England in the United States. It also tells us how they lived and that their winters were very, very cold. It's also said that the Abenaki children still love to hear stories about Glooskabe and his tricks. As you continue to read this drama or play, I want you to notice that it is a script. That's what this whole play is called, a script. It's what the actors and actresses usually read from when they perform a play. There's also a cast of characters that lets you know all of the different characters that will be in this play. There is a narrator who's usually someone who is not involved in the play. They're not a character. They kind of stand off to the side and they tell you about what's happening. Then you have setting descriptions, and this is where they describe what the setting, the where and the when of when the play takes place. There's also stage directions. So if we were performing this on a stage, it would tell you where you should be standing, where you should enter or exit the stage. So it gives you a lot of stage directions. Then there are scenes. Scenes means that the backdrop or the setting changes. So you'll have to look to see how many scenes are in this play. And then there's the dialogue. The dialogue is going to be the part that the person says, and it's after the dark black bold where it tells you the character's name. So when you're reading it, you don't say the character's name and then continue to read. The bold part is just a clue as to who should be speaking next. So you're going to read Gluskabe and Old Man Winter today. You're also going to fill out a drama organizer, and you will go ahead and tell me some of the characters, setting, the problem and solution, and also the theme. You will fill up all of the the bullet points on that organizer as well. As you move forward, you will notice that I filled out your IDR chart for you. Because you're reading Gluskabe and Old Man Winter, I'm counting this as your IDR today. So if you would like to take a break and not read an additional book, you're more than welcome to. I hope you have a great day, and email me if you have any questions, because you're really going to love this play, Gluskabe and Old Man Winter.